Welcome back to NACo's County Countdown. I'm Mark Rattacco, NACo's Chief Government Affairs Officer, running through the top issues that are important to counties as intergovernmental partners. First up, progress on bipartisan FEMA reform package. The U.S. House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee recently passed the bipartisan Fixing Emergency Management for Americans, or FEMA Act, making important progress for counties advancing disaster reform policy. The legislation incorporates many long-standing county priorities identified by NACo's Intergovernmental Disaster Reform Task Force. The bill would transform FEMA's public assistance program from a reimbursement model to a grant-based structure, requiring funds to be dispersed within 120 days of a disaster declaration. It creates a universal disaster application to streamline aid for survivors and establishes a sliding federal cost share ranging from 65% to 85% based on local mitigation efforts. Significantly, the legislation would remove FEMA from the Department of Homeland Security and reestablish it as an independent cabinet-level agency. It also requires states to identify at least one pre-approved mitigation project in every county, ensuring more equitable access to federal support. The bill now awaits consideration from the full House and Senate. Counties should continue advocating for these critical reforms to get this bill over the finish line. Second, USDA announces major reorganization affecting county partnerships. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has announced a sweeping reorganization that will relocate thousands of federal employees and restructure how counties interact with key rural development and nutrition programs. The changes will reduce USDA's Washington footprint from approximately 4,600 to 2,000 employees, while establishing 5 regional hubs in Raleigh, Kansas City, Indianapolis, Fort Collins, and Salt Lake City. For counties, this could mean significant changes to how USDA delivers critical services. The Forest Service will eliminate 9 regional offices within the next year, while the Food and Nutrition Service will consolidate from 7 regions to 5. Many administrative functions will be centralized, potentially affecting how counties access grants and technical assistance. NACo has submitted formal comments to USDA expressing county concerns and recommendations about the reorganization. Counties are encouraged to monitor potential changes in local USDA staffing, shifts in program delivery timelines, and impacts on grant funding and emergency response coordination. Next, NACo advocates for county priorities in surface transportation reauthorization. NACo has sent a comprehensive letter to U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy outlining county priorities for the upcoming Surface Transportation Reauthorization Bill. The letter emphasizes that while counties own 44% of public roads and 38% of bridges, county-owned infrastructure is more than twice as likely to be in poor condition compared to state-owned assets. Counties are calling for enhanced rural road safety programs, comprehensive rail safety legislation, including provisions from the Railway Safety Act, and maintaining locally led safety programs and streamlining permitting. The letter also urges the rejection of proposals to increase truck sizes and weights without corresponding infrastructure funding. NACo emphasized the need for strengthened intergovernmental partnerships, noting that counties invest more than $146 billion annually in infrastructure, but often struggle to access federal funding. As the surface transportation reauthorization moves through the process in Congress, NACo will continue to focus on direct investment in county infrastructure. Next up, a new executive order reshapes federal grants. President Trump has issued an executive order titled Improving Oversight of Federal Grant Making, introducing significant changes to how federal agencies review and manage discretionary grants. The order requires agencies to designate senior appointees to review grant opportunities and awards for alignment with administration priorities. Key provisions include new accountability measures with annual reviews of discretionary awards, streamlined application processes to remove barriers for applicants, and significant selection criteria favoring projects that advance presidential policy priorities. The order also introduces enhanced financial controls, allowing agencies to terminate grants that no longer advance agency priorities and requiring explicit authorization before grant funds can be drawn down. At the NACo annual conference, county leaders adopted a resolution urging Congress and the administration to refrain from terminating or freezing previously awarded funds. Counties depend on federal grant funds for social services, health programs, public safety, and infrastructure investments. NACo continues to monitor the rollout of this order and its impact on county operations. And finally, DOJ releases an updated list of designated sanctuary jurisdictions. The Department of Justice has published an updated list of designated sanctuary jurisdictions, dramatically reducing the number from 400 counties to just 4. This follows the administration's Protecting American Communities from Criminal Aliens executive order back in April. The DOJ based designations on counties' policies, including the unwillingness to honor ICE detainers without judicial warrants, restricting ICE access to local jails and detainees, prohibiting agencies from sharing immigration status and information, and allocating funds to support undocumented individuals. Some counties have faced lawsuits for honoring detainers without judicial warrants, raising Fourth Amendment concerns over unlawful detention. In contrast, certain states have laws mandating compliance. NACo continues to recommend that counties consult legal counsel regarding any immigration-related policies to ensure compliance with applicable state and federal law. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching, and visit NACo.org for all the latest information and resources.